Melvin, would you rather have Goff or Cousins? We don't need to ask Russ. We already know. He has a Goff tattoo on his arms.
I'd rather have Goff. I mean, if you just look at what they did, okay. I mean, look at Kirk Cousins' offense compared to Jared Goff. The pieces around, Cousins compared to Goff, and Goff completely balled. I mean, he performed better than Cousins. So
yeah, but if Jared Goff was the quarterback of this team, do they win 13 games? That's questionable. I can't say that's a lot.
I don't see why not. Why not? Like, Goff played.
Why not? Because this offense was built for him. All his preferences, everything that he likes. He doesn't have to fit into a scheme. He is the scheme. So I think that really gave him an advantage. And also, I think the NFL is a copycat league. I think you're going to see this more and more throughout the league of coordinators tailoring the game plan to the strengths of their quarterback and letting the quarterback be involved in the game plan.
So when you go that route, you're talking more than quarterback games. So like you kind of canceled out the question: would you take Goff or Cousins? Because now you're talking about the coaches tailoring to whichever quarterback they have. So if we're just going straight quarterback to quarterback, without all that other, I'm taking Goff just because Cousins has more around him in the offense and Goff outperformed him.
Well, one of our Facebook users says, has Jared Goff done enough to be extended for another year for the Lions while acquiring a new future face at quarterback? He absolutely does, and I think Brad Holmes alluded to it in his presser, saying that Jared Goff's done enough to prove that he's the starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions. Also, we don't have to re-extend Goff. We don't have to do anything. We have him under contract. He's just going to cost us $30 million. And we have enough cap space. Detroit Lions have $28 million in plus cap space. So, I mean, if we wanted to restructure his deal, we could get even more cap space. But even if we don't have to do anything with him, and we don't have to do anything with DeAndre Swift as well. Jumping back into our deep dive, it's time now to go to our Detroit Lions. They finished second in the division. They finished 9-8 with a power index rating as the number 16 team in the league. They have $28 million in cap space, 8 draft picks, including number 6, number 18, number 24, and number 48. So 4 picks in the top 48. Their draft needs are listed as defensive line, cornerback, and linebacker. That's all defense across the board. The defense needs some fixing. They allow the most yards per play in the league. They also rank number 31 in total defense. So, Melvin G., my question for you. How do the Lions look coming into 2023?
I mean, I think we look good. You talk about where the defense ranked and everything, but you got to factor in that from week 9 on. We reduced the points, and so like I've said before, you can work yourself in such a big hole that at the end of the season, your defensive ranking isn't going to change, from overall, but your defense did change throughout the season, and that's exactly what our defense did. Our defense got better, allowed less points. I mean, and coming to the draft, look, that's 4 picks in the first 60. So we're sitting good. You know what I mean? We can address all our needs and then some.
What should the Lions take in free agency, Melvin? What should they look at? Levante David has been one of the names kicked around. And also, we've got a couple of free agents of our own to re-sign. Jamal Williams, of course. Let's just start right there. Russ, Melvin, just give me a nod of the head. Should the Lions re-sign Jamal Williams?
Absolutely.
We are aligned here, gentlemen, all 3 of us. He's the heart and soul of the team. Rushed for 1,066 yards and 17 touchdowns. Everyone loves Jamal. He's the heart and soul. He's got to be brought back. Also, DJ Chark. Melvin, do you think the Lions should bring back DJ Chark?
I don't care either way, honestly. If they do, cool. I mean, if they don't,
you trust Brad Holmes to make the right decision there.
Absolutely.
At $10 million, I don't think that DJ Chark earned that this year. He lived right up to his injury history. And when he played decent, but he wasn't even the number 1 receiver on this team. Of course, that was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Russ, do you think the Lions bring him back again at $10 million?
I don't. I think that Jamison Williams was drafted to be DJ Chark, and DJ Chark was the Band-Aid. That was what it was. And I mean, if DJ Chark would have, played all games and had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns or something like that, they might consider it. But I mean, Jamison Williams was drafted to be the speed guy. They got Reynolds, they got Amon-Ra, and with Jamison Williams, and then Khalif Raymond's played out of his mind too, and he's on a way cheaper deal. Those 4 receivers are just fine. I mean, it's gravy if they keep him. I mean, it's a very solid room if they keep him, but it's solid room if they don't.
Who is a player around the league that you would like compare DJ Shark to?
I mean, he's a big receiver. He can go up and get the ball.
He's fast. He's a deep threat.
I mean, maybe like a poor man, Mike Williams, or not Mike Williams, but Mike Evans.
I think that's a good comparison. But Mike Evans makes more than $10 million a year. So
correct.
I like DJ Shark. I hope that he can make. He has said publicly that he likes Detroit. The city's been good to him. Hopefully, he can find a deal that works for him and for the team, and he can be retained. Yeah, I mean, depth at receiver is important. The way that they get injured. I think we've seen the last of Quintez Cephas in Detroit. We've got guys like Tom Kennedy on the practice squad who are solid. Like you said, Khalif Raymond signed a 2-year deal last year.
Yeah.
Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds. When I look at a player that's comparable to DJ Shark, I feel like Josh Reynolds and him are almost the same player. So
I like that. That's
Josh
good.
Reynolds is on a deal. We've got him locked up. So I think that mitigates the need for him. It's all going to come down to the numbers for Brad Holmes. Can he go out in the market and get the same value for what DJ Chark is willing to take? It's going to be the question. And honestly, I hope he does. I hope this offense comes back intact. They finish 4th or 5th, depending on what site you're looking at. They finish 4th or 5th in total offense. Just need to bolster up that defense. We're going to make a Super Bowl run. I can feel it. Anything to add before we move on? Anything about the state of the North and those salty Packer fans?
It's been a fun show already, Mike. This is a good off-season show. I've had fun today.
Yeah, and I want to remind all of our viewers out there and our listeners on podcast version as well. The Main Event 365 is just that, 365 days a year. We're bringing you Detroit Lions and NFL football content. Please like and share our content. Follow our pages. That is the engine that makes it go. And we are one of the fastest growing football shows on the internet, and the analytics prove that, and it's because of our viewers out there, and we appreciate you all very, very much.